Hey, Crown Publishing content followers, viewers, supporters, and listeners. Thank you for clicking on another video and tuning in with the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel family, where publishing and marketing creative content finally meet. If you're new, welcome 1,000 times. Feel free to hit that subscribe button or hit that like button to show your support. If not of this specific live discussion topic, there may be another. That's why you're invited to tune in to previously recorded segments just like these, just on different topics. If maybe this one is not one of your preference or something, but uh, we really weren't trying to appease to any certain crowd with this or audience with this topic on today. I just wanted to come and give my reactions, commentary, and viewpoint about another. Um, as much as unfortunate it is, it's also a trending topic. It's a sad topic. It's also just straight out topic worthy, especially when I come with my perception, uh, not just about the news about rich homie Quan passing away, but just something else. I feel like I notice in between when it comes to just the pattern, right? The pattern of overdose claims, even if I didn't say youth overdose claims, but youth overdose claims is a whole nother, right, topic. Because if you talk about youth overdose claims, you also, it kind of falls borderline into those same topics about youth suicide rates and just other things I feel like has been a burden or been a um, real weight on the shoulders, if you will, for the youth. If not lately, just if it's not, because some people say something, some things have been going on, but it's just more exposed when people are forced to see it. What do y'all think about that? Leave your comments or your opinions in the comments section. Just for the record, anything I state today is just my opinions, comments, and views. Nobody has to agree, or we don't come here to offend or rowdy up any crowd. We actually hope to inspire, motivate, and spark your interest in research, if anything, with the Crown Publishing Content Channel, especially if you're a writer yourself, you're a lover of entertainment, books, a great story, uh, fairy tale, right? You name it. Storytelling is very, we've talked about that on previously recorded segments when it comes to my perception of storytelling as well. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just feel like if you got a story to tell, and rappers of all people do, if they don't, they hire the best writers to present these stories for them. I mean, this is just what it is in my opinion, but uh, they most music in general is the best music has always come from some story. Whether it's a written story for somebody's creative imagination, we encourage creative imaginary imagination on the Crown Publishing Content Channel. I don't know why it's such a quiet kept thing, but it's okay to be a creator or be in love with creations. That's why do-it-yourself projects of all things today are bigger than ever. Like, it's a big deal. People love a good project from home. So that goes, like, to me, in my opinion, it's the virtual designers and do-it-yourselfers too that we love, right? Thank you guys for tuning in again. So I know you've probably heard on in other headlines, or for some of you that may just Crown Publishing Content's uh, video on Rich Homie Quan today. Today's date marks September 8th, 2024. If you're just tuning in, if you're just catching up, if you hadn't heard any news at all, it would be understandable because it's only been anywhere from 72 to hours to 4 days since Rich Homie Quan passed away. But it has happened, and everybody's talking about it, and we understand why. He was actually rapping hip hop's industry one of their best. I don't know how to word it, but I would say he's definitely hit top 10 on charts, all the things you would want to do as any type of artist. You know what I mean? You clearly don't come into the industry to waste your time. You clearly don't prove yourself to label producers and things like this just to waste your time, right? And so we're talking about another young brother that already got to touch, at least peek the surfaces with this type of business. So we're happy for that. And he did have a lot of fans. And this was a big deal for Atlanta. We forget sometimes that uh, with some people, when it comes to where they come from, when they make it, the whole city, the whole community, the whole state is actually excited for them. Not just in the world of, we could talk about it with like athletes, right, all day long, when they get drafted in on a really big famous NFL team or some NBA team. We always congratulate that, right? But do we give the same type of honors and respects, you know what I'm saying, to our artists? I know y'all get what I mean. Like, what I'm saying? Once a artist, something like an artist makes it, usually the town, the city they're from, they feel like we made it too. Not because they're sitting in the predominant seat of that celebrity, I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, but because maybe they grew up with that person, maybe they're familiar with that person, maybe, that's somebody that they knew or they always thought would be most likely to succeed, all that good stuff. And y'all know life just don't be about that. Many rappers tell us about how they had whole teachers tell them they'll never be nothing. They had family members tell them they'll be nothing. Like, sometimes you're not most likely to succeed, right? But you still do, right? Crown Publishing Content, we like to give our own perspectives and just a new or fresher perspective. It's not that we're righter or wronger than the next person, but we do encourage the voice of the people, even if it's just a comment or you guys tuning in or chatting in the comments, live chat with us. We appreciate it. Cause like I'll never just get on here and talk and say I got it all right, right? But when you notice news that's going around about his recent passing away, most headlines are including, when it comes to the news about him passing away, they just straight including his age. And I said, well, I'm gonna assess this for a second, right? It's been like 3 or 4 days since the news has been surfacing and circulating. And I said, I'm gonna assess this for a second. And what I'm hearing about this story, not just because everybody was talking about it, because I'm gonna admit that not every trending topic be trending for me, or I might just scroll through it, you know what I'm saying, get a gist of what's going on. I don't really too much focus on too much news, but it's you know what I'm saying. I'm saying in a way where because you can't possibly keep up with all world news at the same time anyway. So I am very particular in the news that I choose to indulge in. Maybe that's a better way to say it. It seemed like they were all like, okay, Rich Homie Quan, dead at 33, dead at 34. From what I've seen, maybe some of the articles, either he just had a birthday or some of the articles had it wrong. I definitely know the death date, and I'm just here to give my condolences and respects to his fans and family out there on tonight and friends and everybody too. Because it's a loss for, to some of us, it's a loss for more than them. You know, Rich Homie Quan music got a lot of people. Y'all know how they joke and call certain music struggle rap. Let me tell y'all why it's called that and remind everybody out of respect for Rich Homie Quan today. We know every human wasn't perfect, especially every rapper with a past, especially the rappers who didn't have much of an option, the people who didn't have much of an option in general. I try to judge people fair. Like, what options did you have? If you had green, white, and pink only, I'm not going to question you about why you didn't choose purple. So I try to look at what the industry probably used to be like when it came to raw talent or just being scouted out. I kind of compared it to NBA, NFL, athletics, the big leagues and everything like that. It's the same thing in the music world. There were people very, very motivated and inspired to see young brothers like Rich Homie Quan at the end of the day make it to peaks and heights. Y'all remember they say the hit that just had his name just really, really out there like he wanted and branded, and his music was I don't know. People, different music reviewers are gonna say different things. Y'all know that, but he is known for mainstream hits like Lifestyle, right? What I noticed about the whole point, because if you are a fan, you're a fan and you know all the lyrics to Lifestyle or whatever, right? And it's like he was younger. Did y'all notice that? He was younger. While all the headlines want to include how old he was when he passed away. I don't think they did it out of disrespect or nothing like that. But it's not like the young man was 19, 20 or whatever. That's young. Like Triple X and Stitchion and all them that passed away. That's young. But still, he is a young age. Rich Homie Quan was a young age. You know, I get it, but it seemed like they did put more of an emphasis on the fact that, you know what I'm saying, what his age was. I haven't even got, I'm probably going to do a part two to this, by the way, guys. So feel free if you're just looking for, a channel talking about it or whatever. You can come over. I might break this in several parts because I haven't even got on the news of how he was reported, what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm already just giving my respects because in the music world, I'm already talking about this, what it is for these guys. Um, I think this is amazing. Not what happened to him, but that we're bringing out, making these, normalizing these conversations more often. Like, what is taking young people life so quick, so you know what I'm saying, so soon, so early, the way it's been doing lately, right? I just got through talking about how suicide rates had went up and different things in the youth communities in the past 5 years alone. We talked about on another stream just the other day how even in foreign countries, suicide rates have increased. Like they were already struggling before certain pandemics and things happened, as with a lot of our own selves, if we really look at ourselves. So um, I said, look, when this song Lifestyle hit the mainstream and everything, the man was younger because if y'all know how some of the lyrics go, he pretty much states that he's done a lot, I quote, just to live this here lifestyle. And the man was younger. This young man was younger than what he is now. And that hit came out years ago. And this where I give him props and respects and like, hey, this is the rich homie Quan that made us all fall in love, right? For those that just really want to know the pain that the communities are feeling right now in the music industry, let me be a voice to help people understand, right? And it was like just an anthem for a second in all hoods or in all what you would call ghettos or whatever, right? We gotta love these kind of people while they're here. And many did when it came to Rich Homie Quan, okay? Because man, however an artist can really relate and put it out there like, hey, I know the struggle. I know that some of us have had to do a lot, like he said in simple words, just to live this lifestyle or that lifestyle or this particular lifestyle that a person might have. You can never look at a person at face value and just be like, oh, okay, that's what he was trying to tell y'all. You don't know what a person went through for the lifestyle. They pretty much whatever people get out of it. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that maybe more of his songs, you know what I'm saying, got a lot of us through. I don't know what music was to people or what they've been out here saying it is. It's not the same to everybody, right? Music is a whole form of art. It helps in therapy, real life therapy. There's all levels of therapy. So many different levels of therapy y'all wouldn't believe. You got physical therapy, speech therapy, brain therapy. I mean, all kind of different therapies, and music is just one of them. Hit that like button if you agree. Now the genre and everything is everybody's preference. The artist is everybody's different preferences, right? But I wouldn't sit here and say that everybody kind of like utilizes music for the same reasons, especially if we know, like Rich Homie Quan tried to tell us, that person has did a lot or been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Mozart himself. But I didn't want to get that deep about it, right? Like, come on now, is it because that this is a particular type of genre we're seeing? Do you fall more victim to? Let's talk about that 911 call. They say that a particular woman he was, dating and everything, found him. What they are doing on other podcasts is replaying the 911 call and everything. And she practically just states like that he supposedly came in and laid on the couch. Y'all know how that is. You might get in from a long night, long morning, and you just crash on the couch. But the way my mind think, I'm like, okay, because especially if y'all was together and rocking and rolling, y'all know some couples, this is different folks, different strokes. But I mean, how you so messed up? I mean, was it a habit? A young man did that all the time? Because with some women, we hear that story. It's like, okay, why was he even on the couch? Like, did you kick him there? What was going on? Like the level y'all on, I'm not sleeping on a couch, or I got people around me, bodyguards, security people looking after me when I'm drunk and messed up. If they know I'm getting down like that, y'all notice how these people pass away and they like, yeah, they was overdosing, they was doing drugs. It's like getting old, or maybe it's just me, right? If all these young people doing so many substances, dude, like where is the guidance? Where is the growth? Where is the people willing to stand up together to protect them from these so-called dangerous drugs that are being so much laced and potent and what I'm saying, tainted? And why are so many of our young people turning to these things in the first place? These are questions we're probably all wondering and thinking about anyway. And if you're not, we need to be. As parents, as aunts, as all, these are the young people. People think they get so selfish. They get older and older because it's like you're conditioned to think, well, however it go, when I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. But what people don't know, like Spider-Man Grandpa said, with great power comes great responsibility. And hitting that age of 17, 18, them early ages is most times we know with young people is those days where it's like, I'm just finally grown. I'm not really taking life serious, but I'm finally grown and I'm out here just pretty much doing what I want to do, right? And even in the lives of rappers, they're some of the rappers we know today and some of our favorites is proven in their lives too. You can live that young lifestyle if you want to. And okay, it's because I'm young and I'm wild, right? Because this is oftentimes like exhibited and kind of displayed, right? In the music videos and everything they doing. But then we got to turn around and see y'all in court 5, 10 years down the line for some of those same, what I'm saying, decisions, choices along the way you made, like in your young days. So I'm not saying they make it right, but we don't have, they say they did I don't know about the information y'all have heard and found about it, but the last I saw, they did an autopsy the very next day. He passed supposedly this past Thursday. And today's date, once again, is September 8th, 2024, and it is a Sunday. But they say, I guess within 24 hours of him being found unresponsive, and just not waking up. That's when the girl called supposedly and was kind of just talking to the 911 operator, saying that he was unresponsive, that she think he just fell asleep on the couch and he just never woke up. Okay. And I don't know if people be thinking in the height of emergency situations, regardless of if you're guilty or not about something, all 911 calls are pretty much recorded. That's where y'all see this leaked audio suddenly of what happened with him too. I mean, this is recorded, so everybody's just talking about how the autopsy is going to tell more of the story. So as y'all know, what I'm saying, they could be working on their side, but the public really just doesn't know yet. Not at the time that I'm recording this actively. They don't know what was all found in the autopsy. But what do you guys think? Some people are already saying that they think he was oh, that's what I was talking about though, right? They just jumped straight to their conclusion, like, oh, we think he was laced or overdose, he was drinking this all the time and smoking this and doing this and popping this. And I just hate to see that because it'd be like, if y'all knew that much, you was definitely up close and personal to him then. Yes, that's a grown man if we talking about his age at 33 or 34. Just like with Amy Winehouse, just like with Britney Spears. All these ones everybody claims was supposedly so crazy. I'm not saying all of them, probably a few here and there weren't. I just know, like I said, when he put that hit lifestyle out here, out there, and that hit the charts, the billboards, uh, he was way younger. He was way younger than now. Talking about how much he has already survived, stood 10 toes down through uh, some type of way, make him feel some type of way. He knew all about it, just about the underhanded hate, the underhanded envy, the underhanded attacks that come with trying to be great. I don't like to just sit here. I even tell certain people I care about every day. I'm not just gonna sit there. If I talk about you in general, I talk about your character, your personality. If people only want to hear the negative when I'm talking about you, that's what they hear. But I never not talk about my full experience with somebody. If there was some positives along the way, include that when you talk about the man life. Definitely include those achievements and successes and those up peak seasons when a person was down and they know what the trenches and ghettos really feel like. Some people just like to go there and visit. Y'all know how it is. Y'all seen the movie ATL? Speaking of rich homie Quan, you know what I'm saying? We know that he didn't produce the movie or he probably wasn't in the movie, but somebody else that do music in they same territory, community, city, was from where they from. You know what I'm saying? Did that movie. Anyways, like I say, I brought that movie up because we know that one of the young ladies in the movie ATL, you know, that's what that storyline was about. She loved going to hang out. She loved being around. Y'all know how it is. I'm not saying she was like a setup girl, but we know she ended up getting with the wrong crowd and everything. People watch these movies for entertainment, and I think it's funny. It shouldn't just be for entertainment, but rather also learning lessons for sure. Just like we talk about with these podcasts or these stories we cover. Hopefully, people are covering these stories so we can see what we can learn from them, and not just to dry exploit the lives, the deaths, the trials and tribulations of a person's life, right? But it's nothing new. You had shows like Ricky Lake, Mari, all kind of stuff. Just today, if you ask me, it's just more. It's news spread faster, of course, because social media, it's not gonna get by. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Twitter, X somewhere. The news is posted everywhere. But I'm coming back with part two. RIP to Rich Homie Quan, man, and condolences and respects and the utmost positivity sent to positive prayers sent to his prayer family, friends, and loved ones at this time. I'm gonna come back with part two. Y'all stay tuned. All you gotta do, you'll see the part two in the title. And just come on back. Make sure you tune in to part one so you can pick up on where we picked up on the topic because I didn't really cover everywhere. But RIP to Mr. DeQuantes Devontae Lamar. That was his full name, y'all. And I'm just like, what is going on? Are we starting to see a sudden increase in, uh, you know what I'm saying? These overdose stories, especially in young people, since they're the ones quicker to exploit how old these people be when they pass away too. Like, oh, young rapper dies, young rapper shut down, young. If we're gonna throw that in there, definitely also include all those. I mean, that needs to be just as big as what was supposed to be so negative in their life, right? Like, I feel like I sleep better at night. Not going back and replaying like what all mistakes he could have made as a man in his life. You know, the man passed away. Stay tuned for part two. Hit this video, hit that like, hit that like button to show your support of this video and the Crown Publishing content channel in 2024. We love you guys. Until next time, and until part two.